Hey, happy hump day. Welcome to another irreverent meal. I'm gonna start with, if you do not follow me on the social media, please go over to the Instagrams and follow Irreverent Health. If you need to know how to spell it, just go to the Googles. They're really good about helping me spell things, so they maybe could help you spell things. But Irreverent Health, I add tips and tricks and everything over there in addition to what I'm about to show you, which is another fun recipe that is both delicious but also good for your body. It helps you become strong, it helps your brain function better, helps your body, do better. Irreverent meals, the whole idea of this whole thing, before I get started, is to take traditional recipes, traditional flavors, and modify them to make them, to make them not only like good for you, because like if it's a salad all the time and it looks the same all the time, it's kind of annoying and boring. This is basically saying, hey, it doesn't have to look boring. We can use these ingredients that are that we might not normally know how to, and try and play around with them. Today's like a test kitchen day because I had all this intention of starting with like pumpkin mac and cheese with zoodles. I had cranberry with rhubarb for cranberry sauce. I had all these ideas. Some of the stuff isn't in the store, and so I just kind of gave up because it's like 7 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, I've got to figure it out. So today I'm like, what do I have in my kitchen? And I had salmon, frozen salmon, because that's one of the staples that I keep in my kitchen, by the way. Wild caught salmon, just a pro tip. Anyway, I had salmon, I had cauliflower pizza crust, I had some Greek yogurt, and I had to go out and get Swiss cheese. The cool thing about this is I looked it up on Pinterest. Like, that's how you can Google and find different ideas for different things. And I found a Reuben. So a Reuben traditionally is made with some sauerkraut, with a protein, and with cheese, with Swiss cheese between rye bread and like squished down, and which is great, right? Like, that sounds delicious, but it might not be the best for our stomachs. So I am gonna make a salmon Reuben, but get this, so cool. I'm so fired up about this because I was like, this is such a great idea. I'm so excited. I had one cauliflower pizza crust left, one. And so all I did was I put it in the oven for 400 degrees for 4 minutes to make it pliable. And what I'm gonna do is use that for my bread. Look how, like, it's pretty hearty, right? So I'm gonna start with that. I'm just gonna cut that into 4s because, I mean, if you wanted a ginormous sandwich, you could do that. Or if you want to go to my YouTube channel and learn how to make cauliflower pizza crust yourself, you can make it into whatever shape you want to, boo. You don't have to make it into a circle. You can make it into little squares like a sandwich. But what's gonna happen is these little guys are then gonna become the top. Oh, that's my hair. Gross. Sorry, this is why I don't work in a restaurant. They would fire me. Or I'd have to wear a hairnet, which would just be sad, right? So, oh my gosh, I totally got distracted. That's gonna be obviously that's gonna be the bread. Okay, so for it not to be boring, I have a couple tablespoons of diced tomatoes. And this is gonna be, so if you could do this for the whole family, like you could do a whole bunch of diced tomatoes, you could do a whole bunch of Greek yogurt. The recipe called for mayonnaise. I'm just making it a little bit lighter. I'm not anti-mayonnaise by any means, but I am anti-canola oil mayonnaise. So if you're gonna get mayonnaise and substitute that, make sure it's with avocado oil or olive oil. Neither one of those are inflammatory. The other ones are highly processed and hurt your body. And which is what most mayonnaise is made out of. So you have to keep your eyes out. So this is like 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. This is going to be our schmear to part of what we're going to do with the salmon. And then I've got, basic Dijon mayonnaise, or not Dijon mayonnaise. You can see what it is. Dijon mustard. Doing about a tablespoon of that. I'm going to do about a tablespoon of, and feel free to say hi if you want to say hi. It's late. You might have a different audience tonight. I'm going to do about a tablespoon of sriracha. So this is going to be like a spicy remoulade. I think that's how you say it. Any fancy people on who can tell me how to say that? Remoulade. And then I'm gonna put, hold on one second. I'm gonna drain some of that caper juice, and I'm gonna add about a tablespoon, half a tablespoon of capers. Now, capers, I guess, I'm gonna tell you what they taste like. Never had one. It's briny and salty. It's actually really good. So this will be, if you've ever had a schmear, this will be what we'll use for part of the schmear that goes with the salmon. So super simple. If you have salmon at home and you just want to bake it in the oven, 375 for like 10, 12 minutes, You don't have to do anything really complicated. I put mine in the pan and then I broke it up into pieces because it's gonna be part of a sandwich that we're gonna make into somewhat of a panini. So next thing, really quickly, so I've got my remoulade and I've got my salmon and I've got a little bit of spinach because I wanted a little bit of greens in there too. Again, kitchen sink. And then I have sauerkraut. We're gonna go into why fermented foods are so good for your stomach, but if you've heard of probiotics, this is why. It adds the good bacteria into your stomach. So this is kind of like not only cool to have and tasty and delicious, it's actually good for you at a whole nother level. So we're gonna add that in 1 second, but for right now, I'm gonna turn my little garlic here on medium heat, and then I'm gonna add some good butter. So I use pasture raised. It's important, because if you gotta think about the sourcing of your stuff, right? While this goes on, there it goes. It has to make a noise. Hey Danielle, oh I miss you girl. You can tell my voice is, Danielle cooked with me last week and we were supposed to cook this week, but we were both really busy. And so she can, like, it's late, right? I use pasture raised, happy cows, like that were not stressed out, because think about it, if you get a cow who has milk that's been stressed out, that's been contained, and it milks, it's always stressed out, it's always pregnant, you're drinking that, right? You're ingesting it. So you're kind of ingesting the poison that's released into its body. You're consuming it. Versus a happy cow, think about how happy you are if you're running through a field or a meadow or something like that. Hey Dorothy, nice to see you. I'm so glad you said hi. I love this. You guys say hi, it'd be awesome. That's why it's important. Sourcing is important. Same thing with salmon. Think about if you were raised on a farm, or if you were raised in a barn and that's the only place you ever went, you'd be stressed out and you wouldn't be the happiest ever, right? That's what farm-raised salmon is. It's contained, they feed them all kinds of stuff to make them certain colors, so wild caught is the way to go. Only problem is, wild caught is butt nugget expensive. So the cool part about it is frozen is accessible, it's fresh frozen, it's out of the ocean. So that's what I got, was wild caught, and then I just went ahead and I put it in the pan and I cooked it with a tiny bit of butter, and that's what we've got right here. So now my butter is, ooh, look at that. I put probably like a tablespoon, which is a little bit more than I needed to, because it's butter. If you're on keto, you're welcome. If you're not, sorry. But I'm gonna put a little bit, I'm gonna put my, my one slice down. And then I have, again, sourcing is important. I have Kerrygold cheese. So if you're watching your fats, you just wanna have one slice. The recipe called for two. I modified the recipe, which I'll post. Brad, more butter. Yeah, I know, Brad, you love the butter. Brad, get on keto, you love it. It's so much butter. All right, so fortunately it's sliced in a way that's pretty big and pretty substantial. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna layer it just a little bit down while the bottom part is getting a little bit crispy, kind of like you would a sandwich, right? But one slice is part of your lean. The next thing I'm gonna do is add, super simple, I'm a remoulade. And again, if you know, wait, hold on. Oh, that's good. By the way, if you like my makeup, I got it done at Estee Lauder by Christian. So thank you, Christian. And my friend Candy, who, if you don't watch her, she's on Good Morning, she has a podcast called The Good Morning Lady Show. She's amazing. She took me over there today and we had a good old time and we got ourselves dolled up. So if you like it, that's where it came from. So I'm gonna add a little bit of the remoulade here in the bottom. It would be helpful if I had more surface area, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna add my hands, I don't care. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do spinach first. I'll layer some spinach here. So I've got a little bit of spinach. And I'm gonna have a little bit of salmon. I'm gonna really press into it too. First of all, that is so pretty, you guys. Hold on. Look how pretty that already is. Can you see it? It's already colorful. We eat with our eyes, even if we don't want to believe it, we eat with our eyes. What am I missing? You guys, what am I missing? I have cheese. Oh, sauerkraut. Ooh. All right. Oh my gosh, that is strong. I forgot a fork. All right, Brad. Brad, did you say more butter again? Did you say more? You may have said more butter one more time. That's really funny. All right, so I got this sauerkraut from Trader Joe's, which by the way has a lot of really cool things, but also a lot of stuff that's no buenos. So I just added probably like 1/4 like maybe a teaspoon of sauerkraut in there, because not more probably won't fit. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is add a little bit more cheese on the top. I didn't even use one whole slice because there's not enough room there. So then I'm gonna put that on the top. And because I don't have a panini maker, this is a pan, right? I'm just going to essentially, I'm gonna press it down. More cheese? No, more cheese? I should probably put more salmon. I think that would be just as good, right? Wouldn't that be delicious? I'm trying to see if this is gonna become hot to where, oh, it's getting a little warm, not gonna lie. It's all right though. All right, so now, you can see that I have that done. I'm just gonna flip it. I'm gonna take my spatula. Not so gingerly. Ooh, look at that. It's got like a little crust on it. Oh my gosh, that looks so good, you guys. All right, I'm gonna put this back on top. Let it go. So that'll be it. So instead of having the carbs and the sugar in a rye bread or in the heaviness of that, where we flip it. Brad, I like that you're participating. Dun 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 dun. Flip it real good. Oh, sorry, I just realized what I was saying. Anyway, oh my gosh, I can't get that song out of my head. If you're on the 5-in-1, the proportions of this that's what's going to be important, because the crust can be part of your lean and green, the salmon can be part of your lean and green, sauerkraut, all the things. It's just the portion sizes of the remoulade and other things of that nature. If you're on keto, you can add more butter. You can, like Brad wants to add more butter and cheese. Just think about the calorically, or like what you want, how you want that to impact you. I think sourcing is probably the most important for all the things, is that you get good quality ingredients, and you can do it on the cheap in places. Look for coupons, look for, again, really a pro tip for salmon especially, and fish, is to get it frozen. Trader Joe's has codfish, which is normally like $12 to $19 a pound, for like $7 a pound, but it's when it's frozen. And it just takes like 5 minutes to defrost in the, what do you call it? In water. All right. Oh my gosh, the cheese is all melty. Oh, this looks so good. Gotta figure out a way to like, maybe put capers on the top. I'm gonna slice it open so you can see it. This just made my heart so happy. Oh my gosh. Come on, Rodgers. All right, I probably needed to do it just a little bit longer. And you probably could stack it a couple times higher. But you can see it's gotten a little melty. Right, I'm trying to type. Okay. The sharpness of the cheese cuts against the fattiness of the fish, that plays against the tanginess of the sauerkraut and the sriracha. It's a party in my mouth. That's what's happening. Why frozen over fresh? Oh, because the cost, Brad. If you are a baller like yourself, go get wild caught fish that's just all the expensiveness. Go get it. I think Lombardi's is probably a really great place to go get it. But if you're on a budget and you want quality ingredients that will treat your body really well and won't stress you out, or that doesn't come from stressed out animals, frozen typically is cheaper. That's why. So, hey Jason. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you forever, man. We'd love to see you. That's it. That's pretty much, that was tonight. Again, if you like this video, if you like this idea, please go over to the Irreverent Health YouTube channel. Click subscribe. That would make my heart super happy. I'm going to start, and I'm meeting with Melody this weekend to talk about some edited videos that I can add to there that will only be available on YouTube. And then also, if we don't follow each other on their Instagram, please go to Instagram and follow me there under Irreverent Health, because I do daily tips, tricks, different things I'm doing. I also do stupid stories about my personal life, in case you're interested. If you're not, that's totally fine. You can pass right through it. But at least you can follow the cool stuff about, diet, nutrition, and all that other stuff. All right, I hope you have a great rest of your hump day. Get ready for Thanksgiving. I'll probably do a couple extra special things that are Thanksgiving related with some tips for doing lean and green, fun and recipes for Thanksgiving here in the next few days. When I say probably, I'm going to. So spoiler alert, like I'm actually going to. All right, talk to you later. Bye.